Yeah, look, if I show you the place I'm from, you wouldn't believe how I got this far. I'm the rose that grew out the concrete, aka the shooting star. Back then I didn't have no guidance.
Okay, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's JD/Jordy. I'm going to be making a custom bullet bra balconette demi bra. I did a lot of research on bullet bras. I want the interior structure to be like a vintage bullet bra because it gives it more of that cone shape, and I want it to last. I don't want it to be like she wore it 3 times and then the cone deflated. I want to use the vintage technique to make sure that the cone has the original structure. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the ground running. I have these 4 panels I cut up from a cup, which I'll probably show you guys more of that process later when I'm working on the original fabric, but for this one I'm going to do 1 seam on top. I hope that all of this makes sense. I know it's hard for me to kind of explain my idea without drawing it out, so I will put my drawings on the screen so you guys kind of have an idea. But I also got all of these little tools from Hobby Lobby to make sure that it does actually look like a real bra. It fits like a real bra, it has the quality of a real bra. Since this is going to be my first official custom that's a bra, you guys, I'm so excited.
About it. If it's not how I want it, it's just how I need it. If it's not how I want it, it's just how I need it. If it's not how I want it.
Okay, y'all, quick update. I gotta charge my iPad, so I'm really just going to explain what I did so far. I did some spiral stitching for this one. I did outside in, so I have more of an understanding where the center is. And I feel like when I was doing the first one, it was really hard for me to understand exactly where everything was because all of the fabric was kind of bunched together and it kind of points outward as you're doing it. But if you do it from the outside in, it gets a little bit more concave, so it's easier for you to see the fabric as it's like folded down, right? So yeah, I hope that that makes a little bit of sense, but I'm going to use this as the second layer for the bullet bra. I'm going to work on my first mock-up. I got like 2 yards of satin, so I'm going to experiment a little bit after I charge my iPad, go eat something and relax. Probably going to work at least 6 to 8 hours on this pattern because I want to make sure it's perfect for my customer, and I want to make sure I get it done way ahead of the deadline with things I might have to hand stitch. So yeah, we're gonna see, but I feel like it's gonna come out really good. None of the spiral stitching is gonna show, so that's why even though it's not perfect, I can still use it because the whole idea is to give it the cone shape. It doesn't really matter what it looks like since my customer doesn't want it to look like a vintage bullet bra. She wants more of that modern look. So yeah, I'll be back in a little bit.
Patience, I need it for greatness. Look at this time I'm wasting. Mad at how it ended. Really, if I tell the truth about it, if it's not how I want it, it's just how I need it. If it's not how I want it, it's just how I need it. If it's not how I want it, it's just how I need it. If it's not how I want it, it's just how I need it.
So now I'm actually working on the piece, okay? So I'm getting the cups ready. It's more in the center. I'm gonna make 2 bras to make sure that I make the pattern perfectly, but I am gonna take it in a little bit before I sew. After I'm done sewing these panels together, as well as the under panel, I'm going to hem everything and make sure that it looks perfect. It's gonna take me a while just because I want it to be perfect. I might have to hand stitch some of it too, just to ensure that the cone keeps its shape and everything looks as ideal as possible, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'll be back hopefully soon with another update. Okay, here's my mock-up. I think it looks really, really good. I'm actually gonna keep this as a prototype. I was gonna use it as lining, but you guys saw me working on this flower lining. I feel like this kind of fits with the vintage pattern anyway. These have more of a straight point. This one is pointed a little bit outward. So I'm also going to take in this part, make it more round. I'm going to take in this part, make it more V-shaped so it looks more like cups, because my customer wants more of a modernized style. So I am going to tweak my final version all night tonight because I have like 24 hours. It's not going to take me that long. I already have an idea of how I want it to come out. I'm going to make 2 at the same time to make sure if I do make any mistakes, I have panels ready and on hand, so it's not like I'm worried about anything. Hey you guys, it's been 2 days. I had jury duty, which is crazy, but I reached out to my customer. She let me know her deadline no longer exists, so I'm shipping tomorrow morning. I don't have too much left to do. I'm just gonna show you guys everything that I've done so far. So what you guys have not seen, I didn't show you guys me adding the black. All I did, sorry that the clips are so loud, y'all. All I did was add the black top panel that I sewed together after I added the lining. So this is it flipped inside out. I'm gonna sew along this part, which hopefully it comes out right. I'm gonna have to turn it inside out. I'm thinking about if I want to do it this way or if I want to just hand stitch it and then pin it down and stitch over it so that way it all stays. But I'm gonna experiment both ways, you guys. I'm gonna see if flipping it inside out is practical, if it's actually gonna work. Maybe I could just do like up to this part so it's easier and I have more room to flip it inside out. But I'm also worrying about the fabric being a little bit more delicate. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna experiment a little bit and I'll be back and I'll show you guys a little bit of what I'm doing and how the process is going. I know for a fact it's gonna turn out well and I have quite a bit of time, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, hey you guys, I wanted to close out this video and say making the bullet raw was a lot easier than I thought it would be. However, the process was way more meticulous than I anticipated just because the way that I was going about it for my customer, I wanted it to be perfect. Normal bra making, I don't feel like it would be that complicated. But I wanted to show you guys more of the process. I wanted to film a lot more for this video, but as it got towards the end, my deadline was literally approaching so quickly and I didn't have as much time as I would have wanted to work on a vintage piece. So I'm gonna make some more vintage items on this channel. I'm excited. Now I feel like I know what I excel in and what I like to work on. So I'm gonna show you guys more behind the scenes for customs. But yeah, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully most of it made sense. Hopefully it's all pretty concise. If you guys want a tutorial, let me know, but I'll be back hopefully soon with another video.